Good evening, friends. Who would have guessed it? I cannot stay away from this. It's just the way it is. And this, I think, looks rather lovely, especially when the circling of the crops, the crop circle, the circle of food, life, the universe, and everything almost. Yes, indeed. Cheers. I actually think that we're getting to something that is getting as close to a perpetual Soviet machine as is possible. We started at 80,000 people, I believe, and now apparently 103. Yes. How much money? 5,002 billion. Yes, 74 million. Okay, high number. Yes, certainly. The year 2151. Those numbers doesn't really matter. The interesting bits are this, of course, and it is yes, it is so much stable, so that we can hardly believe that one just has to have a overview and what's going on. And of course, there are these things, vehicles getting stuck in front of buildings and such. That always keeps happening, and it's very annoying. That's not something I can do anything about. But I'm knock on wood. I've said this many times before. But since we put in that railroad roundabout, yes, by the train diesel station of death and doom. Yes, since that, and since it was lastly also re-signaled properly in the safest way possible, it has not been a problem there, and neither anywhere else, I think. So yeah, it's still going on. There's lots of stuff to check over. Not that anything's really bad, except for the vehicles, as said. As you can play more because there's no sound, more music here since there's no sound. There we go. Dum 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 dum. This goes really too quickly to make any heads or tails of there. Something was on fire. But the gist of it is that there is nothing terrible going on except that bit. And something that I did not notice apparently too, yes, which shall become evident here pretty soon, I would think. How long does this? It's not much longer. Yes, more snowplows and so on that are also being, stuck and things. There, that's what we set it up for. What I didn't notice here and already missing here is an agro farm. Yes, regrettably we have this lovely view of things, because it is rather lovely, I think. But the closest fields doesn't work. But anyway, it's pretty cool. I think that we can see the crops moving about here, and even in detail on the closer things. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Just going to check on. That's online. Or online. It's in a halted state. Cheers. Okay, so this video is 2 minutes long and 2 minutes 3 seconds, and the scale is 10 seconds per hour. About, give or take, but pretty damn close. So that is what I try to keep it at. So this is 20 hours. Damn it! For some reason there was some escape there, but we recovered. Or, yeah, 20 hours, goddammit, that's a long time. And put on more music, man, because it's very quiet otherwise. But this is more of the same. Yes, it's proof that it's working. The Soviet machine here, the perpetual Soviet machine. Yes, very perpetual. But actually, yes, I think I can claim this now again. I didn't claim it before. I proclaimed it. I proclaimed victory over the game. I now claim victory. That's a bit. It's sort of the wrong order of doing it. But anyway, here we go again with the thing. But here, yes, here there should be sound. Yes, there is sound. I don't know if it makes it any more interesting. This is still just checking over stuff. And of course, yes, more stuff stuck in each other. That's the only problem we have, really. For how long does this go on? And how it seems to go on for quite some time. Yes, we're going to... Oh, yes, of course, the farm is being rebuilt. That's important. Because we were running a deficit on the... That is very loud when it is well sounding. It's not sounding all the time. But there we go. Now we go. Start on the farm. And checking over the place again. Ah, there it is. There was the should we just go take it easy here now a bit. It goes extremely quickly, but then again not quickly enough sometimes. Yes, that was the thing. Dun-dun. So the way to signal a roundabout in the safest and perhaps also now securest way. Safest and securest, yes, but also perhaps a very efficient way of doing it is just to leave all of the roundabout as one block. And perhaps the path signaling will help with this. We might be able to... not at this rate we won't. Does that train... Because that train should get... If that's the case, it should be allowed to start moving about now before this train clears this signal. It has not started moving yet. It has still not started moving. Now it started moving. It yes, it definitely starts moving before this train does it not, or it has some momentum to it too, I think it does. I don't know. There we go. Anyway, yes, we're building farming equipment, of course, for the new farm too. Yeah, and reassigning vehicles at an extraordinary rate. Though yes, that was a fire station that was very cold, and I thought, what the hell was it cold for? Because there was no electricity for a heat exchanger for some reason. Maybe the substation had burned down, or it was an oversight in placement of the thing. Heat exchanger, yes. Heating substation. Could almost say, because the heat exchanger, yes, they're all over the place in the system like that, but in the end you have a heat exchanger at the place of the building where you deliver the thing to, the heat to. Anyway, here we're trying to build a farm. It is pretty remote from construction areas and such, really, but we're getting there. Yes, people are arriving. Stuff's arriving every now and then. Anyway, it seems that we need like a lot of steel. Why don't you just bring all the steel? There should be so much steel available. Yeah, but it is very remote. Oh, the 23rd of November passed by. And there it's done. And yes, now then is the matter of gathering the vehicles for the farm. Yes, that will be those. Also a fire engine for that fire station and so on. And changing a bus route about. Yes, making sure there are more workers on that bus route. Yes, that's a lot of clicking that. Anywho, this is now a ride along with this combine harvester. As it is making its way out to the farm. It is covering the entire width of the road, but it doesn't seem to be a problem to meet it anyway. But you cannot move them in any other way, so that's how it has to be done. And of course, it appears to be moving at rather decent pace here. But trust me, it's not. It takes months. Or at least a month, I don't know. It takes a gap. The bus finally went. They are traveling at 40 kilometers about because this road has not been snow fixed. This bit, not until here, anyways. So that's there's a bit of bumpiness there. That's an example, I think, where we've used the flattening hold down to flatten terrain. And it does not always produce the most smooth results. "20 kilometers per hour to go all the way to the farm." Yes, but it is a very, very smooth way of experiencing people walking a whole lot quicker. That's an interesting tidbit there. This is moving at 20 kilometers per hour, and people walking, I mean, twice as fast. More, I'd say it was twice as fast. People walking very, very quickly in this game. We can surmise from this. There's a tunnel. We're not going inside the tunnel with the thing. And there was another one of those that had gotten stuck, snowplow, and think that we're about to get ready for. Yes, we're ready for that was some housekeeping and so on. And this is another 5 hours then. 50 seconds, so it ought to be about 5 hours. And here, everything seems fantastic and magnificent. Does it not? It's working, but although... yes, we will soon change camera angle. I don't know, but so for the moment we can look at this. Yes, you seriously need to keep the music going there, otherwise it's not going to possible to do this. Yes, this looks pretty cool, didn't it? We can really see the ants or workers, worker bees, as they stream in from the train platform to the bus stop and then on into the various meat and food industry that we have here. However, if we notice, if one were to, instead of looking directly at the ants here, look at the population, we can see that things take a tumble here pretty much. 106,000 there, and if we can, it won't be that okay. We have to do it the hard way then. Yes, 105,000 to have you. Yes, good. Around here somewhere, something bad happens. And it's not escapes, it is the death rate just explodes. So, what do you think happened? I haven't checked, I haven't confirmed. But, you know, I think like an entire town died. It is still, yes, it's February, I think, and I don't know. What I think it is, I think that a heat exchanger has burned down somewhere, and that the reason for it burning down is due to a vehicle being stuck in another vehicle. It is paused since being loaded, that's why all of that stuff is there. There we go. Should we say, because that was very recent, and since it was just a blip, right, this year, well, it's still sort of going on, but it's the escape rate has not been affected very much. A little bit, but nothing compared to the death rate. So we can either look in here and see if there's been a building destroyed, or we can look at the towns and see which one it is. Which is the most, I don't know. We do it this way. Fire, building is on fire, fire extinguished, building is on fire, fire extinguished, fire destroyed the building. Okay. Oh, it's not very far from here. Sjön Norra power transformer. What the hell? It's right where we are. No, isn't it? This ought to be, yes. This is where it stood. How much? What exactly is affected by this? This must be pretty bad. This cannot be good. Voltage. Quite a bit of the food industry, or rather all of the food industry runs off this. The heating, yes, the heating thing for the entire metropolitan area of Sjön runs off this particular transformer, and it does not have a backup substation to get the electricity from, it would appear. I think that installing a backup substation for the heating, it would still only save so many people, you know, because we are dependent on. It will only save the closest, yeah, but it's still. Because you see here, they still have a lot of electricity. We maybe go and replace the thing before everyone dies here, because this is going on. No, this is not going great at this point. No. Hang in there, people. We are going to fix this as quickly as we can, and apparently we need to install more fire protection out here. But I thought that I really thought that we had fire protection out here, but apparently not. Or could it be that the fire engines have been blocked from access? Maybe. I mean, it's not completely unheard of, after all. Did that? Yes. I thought it was something with the sound. It sounded off, but no. I think there is not something wrong with the sound at all. It's just I'm a bit. I don't know. I'm dumbfounded. What can I say? Obviously, we don't have fire protection. Good, I have not planned out the infrastructure well enough. That's what it boils down to. This is terrible. What the hell sort of thing are you trying to do, man? If you wanted to prevent it from happening again, we should have a fancy road connecting to it. Yes, we should. But we also need to get going on it pretty much as quickly as possible, because this is not good at all. This is terrible, this. In fact, a lot of food production for a lot of people is offline, for example, right now. I think that there is a lot in stock. But heating for the entirety of Sjön, yes. Okay, it's the 1st of March, but it's still -1, you know. So we're not going to finish this before it gets warm anyway. Where is the last one? There'll be one more here, yes. Very, very easy to see here. Or maybe there shouldn't be one more. Yes, but you clearly have, there it is. Yes, crisscross them again. Of course we do. The only way to do it. Yes, and from... What's this? Is this anything? I think so. It's to there, and there it goes. Very good. Now, please get to work on this as quickly as possible. What the hell was that? I have not noticed that before. Holding down C apparently shows us some coordinates here for things. Interesting. Wouldn't you know it? 1500 hours, and you can always find new stuff apparently. The point was to get into here. DO cooperates. Indeed. There's fire extinguished. Very good. Hospital. Yes. How about this fire station? You have a fire station right here. It is fully staffed. Where are your fire engines? At home? Yes, you haven't lost any fire engines. No, we actually have video of this. Come to think of it, we should be able to see the fire engines moving past. Should we not? There should be forensics available. We can use a forensic approach to this, perhaps. We can see here. We just do that so that won't bother. But somewhere around here, the fire station is there too. Okay, there's no lack of fire stations, but regrettably we cannot see the fire station. It's still January, it's still doing fine, nothing to worry about. When was it burnt down? It was on... yes, on the 19th of January, you say. Okay. On the... So about here then. Yes, no, a fire was also extinguished on the 19th of January, but also destroyed the building. On the same day? No. What? Never mind. We cannot use this as forensics utilities source material. What we should have done is we should have placed this fire station, since the purpose for building that fire station was for this not to happen again. So obviously it should have been built a lot further out here to really optimize for the things going on out there, so that we may fire protect them in the best way possible. Yes, so if it's 80 meters to the substation there, how far is it from the bus station? Then you might want to come in a little bit closer. Has to be... Yes, but you also want to keep it... if we put it like this, that an advantage. Yeah, I don't know if it's an advantage. It's something. And we can do, yes, if we do this. There was a red, yes, heat was also connected, except of course there's a voltage or current carrying device in the way here, That's where we're going to, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't work for the moment anyways. So it's a very good time to be... no, that was not the point. The entire point of that was to be able to do this. Yes. There we go. Optimum availability for them to do that. Why the hell did that thing burn down anyway? See, it should not have burnt down that. Or was there another fire right, you know, the build here, that's not where it started. Here is where it started, on the 16th of January, so it takes then how many days for a power transformer to burn down? 3 days. Okay. Total material damage. What is that number even? No, but that's a lot. It is what it is. It's about 3 trillion rubles. This is not. But no vehicle was lost, so no fire truck was at the site. Why not? I mean, there's absolutely no chance that this fire station was not manned. It was not too cold in there because it's right next to the thing here. Well, it's quickly started becoming cold, but they if anyone then should have realized we need to go and put out the fire. Luckily, our great leader has put in such nice infrastructure here, you know, it's paved, it's even lit all the way there. Okay, the street lights may not have been working since it was the power transformer, but luckily they have headlights on the fire engines, yes. Okay, and it's, but no, I don't think that they get lost here on a regular basis. But I think it's pretty straightforward where they need to go. Just why? Why did this burn down? I mean, we could... There's a constant... There's never, ever, 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 never a lack of workers here. I mean, is there... Can you have... If another fire, say that you got the call for some reason, would you have made it? You ought to have made it too. So what, you both figured that the other one will take it. Yes, fire station 3. You figure that Sjön Norra, yes, of course, it's to the north, it's their business, and you for some reason thought it wasn't your business. I don't know. I'm slightly confused, dumbfounded, actually, by this. Why this would not work? And it is very unfortunate because I think that we are losing quite a bit of, yes. We are indeed losing quite a bit of population here. And that this place might actually be holding on. Yes, they have their own enormous city hall accounting office where everyone works. That's the only thing they do. They're a bit unhappy though, for some reason. I 431 sick. In total, they are a bit unhappy. The Sjön, that's a different town, district. Yes, the dividing line goes somewhere here, or it is this street, we can say, because I think it is. Yes, it is. By default, or I would say, not Not that I'm implying that the game works like that. I don't think it does. I don't know why it'd be so sad. Maybe we catch some unfortunate people living. Because the only reason that these people are not so sad is because they are within range of the small bitumen pumping heating station here. Yes. Which admittedly has to work pretty hard. But it's actually keeping them warm. And luckily it has. Yes, it has plenty of fuel. No problem. So 22 gigajoules is apparently enough to keep them happy. Or maybe not happy enough. Yes, now it's 15 degrees outside. Now it's not difficult to keep them. No, it was too cold there too, but not quite, maybe quite as bad as here, no, where it is completely deserted. Right, and these buildings, no, they don't. Right. But we have lost people here too. They might have become ill during work, for example, if they were working somewhere. In a fire station, it's like one of the very few workplaces that requires heating, yes. Actually, whichever industries is it that require heating? Railroad construction office, fire station. I didn't think the clothing factory or such. No. Anyway, that's it for this. I mean, what the hell? That is not a stretch. No, I cannot explain this. It really should have worked. Were there so many other fires going on in the same area that they couldn't deal with it? I really doubt it. No, because there hadn't been a fire for weeks. And they must have sobered up since, the Jul, Christmas and New Year's and so on by now. Somewhat. Decently enough. I mean, come on, it's a power transformer. You sort of notice when there's something wrong. There, the power goes out. And then the heating goes out. And then you all sort of don't like that so much. It's a good thing that it is springtime. And we didn't lose everyone, but we lost quite a lot. Yes, these people was saved from, if it wasn't for that thing. Yes, it didn't keep them, completely happy and satisfied and so on about everything, but I think it kept them alive. And these are, yes, tall villas, the same pack as the ones down by the lake here, and they don't get affected by lack of heating for some reason. They have a hot water tank, but I'm not been able to discern that they actually die or such, or get ill or leave, or whatever it is they do. No. But now, yes, it's March, it's springtime, it's all fine, it's all great. How is the old... If we look here, yes, the resource status. Nuclear fuel, 1,442 tons. Yes, that doesn't sound like enough. Somehow. How much nuclear fuel can you actually have? Well, there is also 32-bit integers, then we need to get a whole lot of something. Let's see what happens if you are intentionally trying to break the game now. Well, maybe. No, I'm not intentionally, but if it were to happen in the process, what? what one to do. Well, what's going to happen is that the save game is going to be ruined, and that might well be what is necessary. Close it down. Yes, I wasn't done with it because clothing situation 1870. That's a lot. Meat. That sounds a bit like it's a bit too. Livestock 1700. That's just maybe a bit cruel to or unnecessary to keep so many around there. That's the way this system works. Yes. What can we do about that? Nuclear fuel. Yes. Uranium oxide. Not so interesting. Wood. 605 tons. How's the forest doing? Can we? This should be possible to be left to its own devices by now. Not this. You're far away from what you're thinking of. You're speaking of this. Yes. We're far away from that. Anywho. Yes. Boom. I don't know. Meat, 13,200, that's a lot. It requires a lot of electricity to keep all that meat cold. That's probably quite a bit of our power use total, I would say. 1,667 tons of alcohol, fuel 283,000. As if anything, that's 283,000 is still quite a bit left way to go to get to. But that's. Is it really a decimal point that, or what is that? Maybe it is. I could make it afloat. I don't know. I'm not about to fire up a debugger and find the thing, that particular value and see what it is. Nah. That sort of stuff I think need to get paid in order to do. And I don't think that anyone is willing to do here. That's quite alright. We can notice that still radiation is completely, and it's the same. It is three pixels that we can move and see the needle move here on the edge, and it has not changed. As it must be additive over time for how long it is standing around and considering. I wish I could see that number somewhere, but I don't think I can. Yes, I've been working on something. Hacking about on something. There is the stats.ini file, and that's quite. It's even human readable, and it's definitely not unparsable. And I suppose that is what generates all this stuff and all of this. So what I wanted to do is eventually somehow get a graph of the population of TBD from the very initial beginning to until this point, or whichever point it is at when that happens. Yes, and it's not that easy as just pointing it at one stats.ini file whenever that tool gets, if ever that tool gets to a somewhat working order. It's not just to point it at this save, because there are we're on the third restart of the timeline. Although this one has been going on for quite a long time now. It's about 160 years or so coming up on. Right about in a few months. Well, at the end of this year, to be precise. No, not to be precise, because it is actually more closer to exactly a year since seasons. Now the game starts in about around March-ish, sometime, but a little bit earlier than this. But yeah, so it is the 160 years celebration here. Woohoo, or something, or is that next year? This is the 159th anniversary, maybe. It could be. I have no idea. So they claim that for the upcoming branch here that they're up to 20 to 25% rendering performance increase. I wonder if it applies to this. Because I mean, they really have to have an annoying bit about this slideshow. It is that, you know, can we get this on screen, please? Yes, on screen indeed. It's a bit more complicated than that, you know, Captain. There, it takes a little time to set up and such, because you have not really done that before. No. Like so therefore it's a bit of a complicated thing, but I think this is what we want to do. Monitor as activity monitor. I'm trying to bring it. I think we got it. About. Okay, for some reason it blacked out like a lot of the screen, and it did not. Okay, it did some weird scaling thing for some reason. I have absolutely no idea why it did that. But anyway, yes. Total system CPU usage 34%. Total GPU usage 54%. Including video encode 6%. Yeah, that takes fantastic. Oh, the hell! I want to. God damn it! Which one do you think is a Soviet Republic here? It really should be the most loaded one. Let's perhaps abandon this this train of thought. But yes, maybe we can. Sort of feel like the available hardware is not being utilized in maybe the most efficient of fashions, and that there will be bottlenecks and such in the thing. Yes, now you're doing the thing again where you're going off on the thing a bit too much, maybe. Yes, look at the train instead. Wonderful. Going past Old Faithful twin reactor nuclear power plant, anno 1978, original timeline. Damn it, that is old. Well, she seems very reliable as long as we keep people in there. I don't know how many times she's caught fire, but at least 2 that I've seen. Knock on wood, maybe one should say, 2. It is sure to increase safety here a lot. Anywho, this, I don't know. Why the hell did that burn down? Seriously, this is not right. My perfect socialist utopia foiled by a fire. Well, it's fixed now. Was that it really? Yes, it was. Yes, it is completely finished, except that you have forgotten sort of a pretty important bit here, which is this bit. Yes, without that, not a whole lot is going to happen. Oh, when it's getting dark. As we can see that there are a few people that are without electricity. And they tend to get very unhappy for that. Yes, everyone's left. They are starting to get very grumpy indeed. Culture is probably going down too because they can't watch television. What are they going to do? The train still works, right? Yes, it does. Very good. Although it seems to be moving awfully slowly. Yes, it is accelerating away here. It is performing excellently, I should say. The train that is cold storage. Yes, there's a lot. It's a good thing that we have a lot in stock here, because I think that they're at least not dying from. Right, they are no good. They can still get food. Everything is fine. We have enough in stock to last. And this thing actually the freezer actually still has electricity because it has its own dedicated high voltage line feeding it. Yes. Very good. Not that it actually ruins the meat if this doesn't look quite right. And it isn't. Because you're going here. Why you went here, I don't know. But the trains are waiting for the juice, you know. In many ways. I mean, in all possible ways. So these, but that doesn't really matter because this is, yes, we seem to have a surplus. Say, here comes the train. Yes. No. Here comes the train of fuel. Do we need any? No. We're absolutely fine. Absolutely good on that, you know. Fire station coming along. Yes, it is coming along. And this is actually no funny business, this, because that's they are told to go there from the train platform, and then nothing. So they do not end up in a week-long cycle here where they walk back and forth. Oh, such as is the case out here, I would hope. Unless the people who are manning this place have, yes, they might have suffered slightly from recent events. Inkersta bus stop 2. Oh, Södersjön bus stop. Bus platform. Okay, yes, that. What? There's like hundreds of people around here. What the hell? Oh, yes. About 300 of them is working at the Ministry of Culture. Yes, doing This will be fine once the population recuperates a bit. However, this is not reachable from over there, unfortunately. This is a bit overstaffed. Yes, but usually you want some things to sync with the workforce into out here. It's just right now that you don't want to do that. Correct. What we could do is ask very politely here for a few of these buildings to have this as their primary workplace. Like so. That ought to secure the thing. Now we have apparently more trains and this thing. No, not putting that into service. We're not putting more trains into service neither because it's already... Problem is it takes a goddamn long time to load and unload these trains when they are full of people. Now it would not be so bad since it's only about 400 people on board. Hmm, 118 passengers, okay. Where do you think you're going? Passenger, what do you want? Sport. Aha, you're going to the sauna. Inca, 25 years old, is going to the sauna here. Okay. Where is she? Isn't the sauna here? This is right there, isn't it? No, that's not the sauna, that's the kindergarten. Or daycare, yes. What's this then? Maritime research. No, we're in it's in the next town. What? Where the hell did you put the sauna? I thought it was... yeah, I might have more. She might not even be going to the sauna. Where are you going? Next stop is Sjön train platform small number 6. Okay. Which is this one, apparently. Her free time is not counted when she's traveling. Although it is... That thing is yes. This is... One train platform small 6. Shouldn't you get off? Do they just get on and sit on the train until they... No. What they do, they sit on it and say, at this stop is a place of sport available. And if not, obviously they wait. Yes, the point. I thought this was the readout of where they knew to get off or something, but I don't think they're that clever. No. What the hell are you on about? This is pretty basic stuff. Yes, shall we find any question and answer? No. This game is a bit, I mean, it is a bit reminiscent of the open source community, except that, of course, it isn't open source, and only very few people are working on it, and so on. But documentation-wise, it is definitely very, very much. And version numbering scheme, yes, pretty much that. Many projects, open source such, use similar versioning numbering schemes, such as this game. And documentation is often very severely lacking. But yeah, she's spending time at sjön, swimming and sauna. Not so. We get I think we could, when she's in there, for how. Yeah, she's spending time at sjön, swimming and sauna, but okay, is that now the what is happening right now? Is she standing in queue maybe? Oh. I'm sorry, that was quite a demand. There. Oh, you got in. Congratulations. And no wonder there's a queue. If you all got hello, it might be dangerous to be in the sauna for 200% of your need. And 60 minutes, you're up to 3 hours in the sauna now. Maybe she probably takes a bath every now and then as cool off. Otherwise, it's pretty cooked now. Pretty well done, I think. And listening to the radio. I haven't gotten a television station. Okay. How are you surviving otherwise? Your health is not that great. Food is okay-ish. Clothing is okay-ish. 99% happy. Very nice. Think that you'll make it. Oh, have they finished the high power line, high voltage thing? Yes, they have. Now is it working? Yes, now it is working. Very good. Pumping 2.6 megawatts into this. This should now be lively again. This building is without power supply. Yes, I thought there was a unconnected thing here. Yes, it's very, very, very easy to find. Actually, there it is. Isn't it? No, you can't. There are two. How can there be two? What the hell is this? That's obviously a piece missing there. Yes. What the hell? Will you please get that incisioned, please? Happy now? No. Not so much. That would be because yes, it was an excellent time to take down the power line to get the road in for the power station, for the fire station, and so on. It was also an excellent time to have asked them to put it back in. How many times will I forget that before I do not forget it again? Don't know. This current game was saved. Come on, thank you. Thank you. And the fire destroyed another building. What the hell is going on? A construction office in what is this? The total material cost 33 billion. What the? It was this place. Even though it eventually got connected to road. Yes. Why was this built? It was auto-purchased out here in the middle of nowhere back then to build the gratuitous railroad, which was completely meaningless and probably still is. But it is quite a route over the mountain. Usually you want to take the railroad around the mountain, but in this particular case we went over the mountain on purpose. And we needed some terrain manipulation to thing. That actually didn't turn out bad at all, that. Except for various bumps and so on. But imagine driving a train here or riding a train through here, middle of nowhere, and then you suddenly emerge and see the palace of Soviets, and think to yourself, isn't it a magnificent world that we have? Yes, you cannot do it like that, you know. There we go. Yes, culture capital. Is the television? I have a feeling it is. Oh, it's not. It could be better. I don't know what's wrong with you. Are you unhappy too? Oh, you're very happy. You're working here. Everything is great. Yes. So why is it? This is yes, this is still a masterpiece. This is art installation here that is done of these this steel thing. Is intertwined with, of course, medium voltage of various kinds, and of course high voltage too. Yes, it's a monstrosity. Yes, I should not look too carefully at it, maybe. We just did. Yeah, I know. I'm out. I think because this damn thing, it won't be any better than this. Yes, you have said this now 10 times. I think about. The goddamn railroad is at least working. It is actually working. The goddamn railroad is working. And that's, if not nothing else, that, I mean, isn't that something? That is something. Why this thing demolish? Yes, I'm most definitely certain I want to demolish that building. You will have power supply, but that will not last. Oh, it'll be fine. Nuclear waste. Well, it's been a while. Shipbuilding. How's that doing? Well, you never know what they've gotten up to. They have not finished a single ship. Oh, they're out of mechanical components. Yes, there's an imbalance in the forces here. I know. What? It is how it is. What it is. We don't need any more ships. But yes, if we wanted to have even more nuclear fuel stored up for some reason, which we could easily have, it is a simple matter of getting some trains in motion, and I think that it is extremely easily done. In fact, this is not so. For example, you go to Balder to unload. That's not right. But this you go to. What? No, that's not right neither. This one. No. Yes, this one. This one is the good stuff. That you release. The point of having a rail yard and such is actually, so we can watch the things happening. Here it is rolling out of the rail yard. And are you going to Balder? Yes, you are. Very good. So what else going on here? You're waiting your turn. Good for you. Yes, I said the railroad is flawless at this point, completely flawless. No, it is never completely flawless, but it is pretty close. Now it's been like 20 years without anything cropping up. Yes. He says, but yeah, no. The bloody thing that happened every now and then, it doesn't happen anymore since we have forced trains to take this route, but there is a glitch in the matrix here, or a bug in the pathfinding thing for the train when it goes through a semaphore such as here. Yes, such as there, it will choose an occupied track there to go through. Yes, brilliant idea when it's free here. Yes. Well, adding a waypoint to its schedule, yes, that fixes that. That's a workaround. Yes, but there is something off or wrong with it, with the signaling here. It would be interesting to see the next iteration of the signaling systems. We have been through a bit. Yes, remember when there weren't even change signals, did not exist. Oh. That was actually impossible. You could not get a functioning railroad without them, unless you did very, very, very silly things. You had to do like really silly things to get it to barely work in order for trains not to block each other on crossings and such. It was possible to make it work, yes, but it was a bit difficult and a bit stupid. Yes, much better now. That is going quite. No, only 350 people. Right. Yeah, but still, it's quite dense. Smoke coming out, and considering what date it's about to be, it's well, this cannot be good for you, this smoke, I don't think, regardless of which date it is. This is not the sort of smoke you want to be inhaling. If you want to be inhaling any smoke, that is, no, it doesn't sound like a good idea to do. this exhaust from their oil refinery. Yes, it is. It has a slightly hypnotic effect in a multitude of ways. Yes, it most certainly does. Anyway, was there anything else? Yes, there was. No, there wasn't, because the other thing is finished. So that's... yes, that it should now be even less likely for this to burn down for the 5th time. There's one of these damn power transformers out here. Because it is not annoying at all when that happens, you know. It's not like there's a lot of stuff connected to this. So... and yes, very much green, all of them. It's a bit mean sometimes, that fire algorithm, or that, yeah, the fire thing. Oh, wouldn't you know it? If anything, it is always the same hospitals that have these problems, or the same buildings. Or was that not enough? No. Neither was that. That was the one. Yes, that's one such spot. Another such spot is this hospital, where for the moment it's not going on. Okay. But it is very prone to doing so. Are you happy yet? Not quite, but you happier than before. Yes, it's springtime, you know. It's 16 degrees in the middle of the night, apparently. So, I mean, the winters are really harsh, but the summers are and spring are really warm and nice. We have the best weather in all of the Marxist-Leninist utopias out there in the world. There are so many to choose from, you know. After all. Even this house, the survivors of Seyov, has now gotten populated by it on its own. Yes, not even Seyov has died. Damn it, that ought to say something. Inca, how are you doing? Are you... okay, you're going to the pub. You seem to be drinking beer and going to the sauna. Is what you seem to be doing. Yes, and apparently it's been teased on this platform called Facebook. I don't know what that is quite, but apparently it's been teased on something called Facebook that there should be new models for the things coming, and there has supposedly even been images shared on this so-called Facebook. What are you doing now? You do food last, okay? You get your clothes, you go to the pub, and then you go back to the shop to buy some food, or maybe you got hungry from going to the pub, or something. You got a bit of the munch there. You need to take care of. I understand. Feeling quite hungry myself, actually. Well, we do have yes, bread in liquid form. That should take care of that for a bit. This is grosshandlare. Apparently it's a tradition. I don't know. There is a tradition. What is a beer? Yes, it is. Which one is it that we are stalking? It's so crowded here all the time, so it's very difficult to make out. Okay, so you're getting more close too after where you only had some reason 1.5 liters of beer is. Again, goes to show why it is called distillery, where we make the alcohol. If they drink 1.5 liters of distilled liquid, I don't think that's something that will end well. And then the people who don't drink regularly but only do it every now and then, who drink 6 liters once a year or so, they will not fare well if it's a distilled beverage. I mean, if it's beer, yes, they will neither have a good time, I don't think, but they'll survive. Yes, they'll survive, they and so on, but they will not have a good time. But if it's a distilled liquid, I don't think they have any chance to survive. 6 liters of distilled liquid. No, 6 liters of beer is quite a lot too. Yes, but it is survivable. Question is if you could, if you're thirsty enough, I suppose. 6 liters, that's a large amount, you know. I think you start to be pretty full, you know, about 1.5 2 liters in or so, and on the 3rd, 4th liter you're probably starting to feel very full in many senses of the term. Were you planning on doing anything else here other than writing this slideshow? Well, that tower, that is nice. That was good that we keep a lot of people employed out there around that area. But okay, what's the final count? 98,000. Okay, we didn't lose that many. It could have been worse. It was a fire. I don't know why it was not put out. It was not. It doesn't. Before, when we have seen things that burnt down due to fire engines not making it to the place, due to, for example, getting stuck behind a snowplow or something, the fire engine has stuck around there. Does it sometimes get teleported back to the... No, they drive back, don't they? Yes, they do most of, if not all of the time. Yes, here's a place where you can connect the footpath. Not that we need to, but still we can. And there's absolutely no point in this footpath because it cannot lead to anywhere. Well, you can walk up to the building here if you want to. Yes, there is now 1 trillion, 10 billion. No, 1 billion. Yes, come on, man. Yes, it's getting, the numbers is getting to my head here. I'm sorry. Can I say 1 billion? Yes, we now have a bit of footpath there. Very nice. I mean, if you wanted to turn... Let's look at this. How much more meat can you store? Not that much. But if you want to turn all of these cows that we have standing around into meat very quickly, it is quite possible. There we go. You should even be able to see the... Oh. But the amount of livestock in there is diminishing apparently. They cannot be seen. Nope. They're inside. Sometimes you can peek inside the buildings. Not in this case. No, but to show that I'm not making this up. This one you can peek inside of, for example. There we can see the train standing around and the... No, that's not the waste, is it? That's the import or something. Yes, that's the waste truck. Should there have been any? Yes, it is. So that was a random occurrence then, or something. Well, the fire protection wasn't good enough, but it was, but it wasn't, but it was. Yes. Not even Marx and Lenin can safeguard against everything. Karl Marx and Lenin. Oh. Not even they can safeguard against anything. Nor can we have Friedrich Engels here, you know. Friedrich Engels, yes. On a little plaque. Little. It is quite large, actually. It is like enormous. It is... I think it is at least, if not taller than the bridge here over the road. Yes. There you go, you're still operating 100%. They're chugging your way through quite a lot of cows. And right to about this point where the meat storage gets full and there you cannot store export meat. That's fine. We have so many workers, might as well be fully staffed. Grigorli. A 27-year-old dude. I seem to remember having a 25-year-old woman here. Inka, she was called. Where the hell did you come from? She went to the pub and to the sauna. What the hell? Who the hell are you? Oh, we lost Inka, regrettably. He got away. What's this? It's a reasonable amount of workers standing around waiting to work at asphalt plant, fire station, or heating plant, or stone crusher, or things. Which they can also drive to. And here's one person who will be without a car now. Although the car dealer is regrettably full, so it's a shame to throw a nice 124 away, so we're not going to do that. But Erik Semejovic Filipov. Something, not an owner of a car for very long. If we can just find somewhere to put it, that is. You might be in luck, Philip, because I might give up before finding a road vehicle depot. I did not. So you were not in luck. Consider yourself lucky that you had it for so long. Yes, I cannot stand this bad parking behavior. This is nice, orderly, within the lines, very, very orderly. Perfect. Perfect. Everyone, you see, they know I'm looking. They have heard the tales from Philippi Popov. And we better shape up here. Very good. I think you're on your own there. I mean, blocking the entrance. That's just not. No. Or blocking. You're not actually blocking. You are making it severely more difficult to enter and exit the parking lot. Even though you're not blocking it, and people seem to be making it. But this is not okay. No. What have you done here? Think of this poor thing. Smug in. Have you been able to use your car lately, or is it a bit parked in, so to speak? You're waiting on you, you're taking the bus. Yeah, I understand. It must feel a bit rubbish to be standing on the bus platform. This I do not punish. This is the sort of behavior I applaud. Well, actually no. It turns out that I thought that the parking lot was crooked, and this person had Miron, Katarino Kinjik Leonidovic. Yes, had tried to use the available space in the most efficient way possible, but that's not quite what's happened here. I don't know what has happened here. It is. It is not ideal. No. Neither is what's going on here. Leka. Sergej. Stop it now. Leave them alone. Their personal cars. Yes. Or just cars. You know. We don't have any communal cars, so they are personal then. Yes, they are. Yes, is there any? Here, for example, there is nothing. You know, we could always build more. Is there any resource available? There is some iron. There is quite a lot of iron. There is some oil here. We could start drilling for oil in the field. It might not be the best idea to do. We could start drilling for oil here, for example. I mean, it is quite alright that the field is there. Is it appropriate to have be exploiting pumping oil right next to a field, productive field? That is maybe not. What are you going to do with this oil? I have absolutely no idea. Do you need this oil? Definitely not. We haven't seen some construction crews in a while. This is going to be slow as hell to build anything out here. You know, this is where you build the built most almost most recently that farm. Yes, that was a great experience. Actually, it wasn't that great of an experience. It was a bit of a so-so of an experience, is what it was. Or is it because I don't have any bulldozers that it doesn't get smooth when you do this? No, it only uses the diggers for this bit. I'm pretty certain. Not sure. If we do this a bit, we can sort of use it as a guide to flatten out a bit more than we actually need for the road, and then we won't get any nasty bumps on the edges of the road and so on the shoulders. But the shoulder is not a shoulder, it's a cliff face with very, very rough rocks sticking out. Not very nice. Not very good road building. And there we go. You should pick that up, I think. Yes, you did. Very good. Did anyone else pick it up? No. No. What are you thinking? It is quite far away. Okay, yes, adding a few more buses to this route that takes firefighters to all the way to here, I think. Yes, he seems to have done the trick. Which is very good. Still though, this place is the best, the latest and greatest. It's between this and Polo here, the first or the last. They are the best. Yes, the best, but this is the great fields and that they are sown by hand. All the way out to here. All of that is made by worker. I think that should be the setting for the next elongated time dilation effect. What's the point of continuing doing those? It's there is no point. I think that this is about as watertight as it is going to get. There is always going to be some leak somewhere. And yes, you're driving nuclear fuel there, but do you have anywhere to dock another ship here? No. Not yet, I don't. But pretty soon I might. If anything, what you should be building here is, loading and unloading facilities. We'll see if we have any. We're not going to need these resources really. No. Maybe it would be a fun experiment to see what happens to the economy if we send all of these away at once. To the west, I suppose, since that's the most ridiculous number that we have. To make it even more ridiculous then. Yes, it is now almost not legible anymore. Because it's encroached on the The bill of the stack of dollar bills there is what the hell was that? It slipped my mind, but I thought of something for TBD, which wasn't half bad. But it completely slipped my mind now, and when I thought of it, I didn't write it down because I thought that is brilliant. I will remember that. Yes, definitely. No, you stupid fuck. Get pen and paper or phone or whatever. Just write it down. It's like when you put something in an odd spot. And you're thinking, I remember that I put this thing here because this is such an odd place to put this particular thing, so that's why I'll remember it. No, you won't. At least I won't. And all of a sudden you find stuff. Oh, here's where I put this. I've been looking for this now for 2.5 years, and where I was looking for it 2.5 years ago, and has since replaced it or bought something else or something. Isn't this train back yet? That's not looking good. Why isn't the train back yet? That was a long time ago. Wow, but you are moving. Yes, we did send you all the way to the plastics warehouse. That is a bit of a ways to go, admittedly. But you're making your way back. We actually still have proper single track here. Yeah, not really. No, this is one way. Yes, it is. As we can see by meeting a train full of steel. It's just at the other side of the other directional track. Yes, other directional track is laid out in a slightly unorthodox fashion. That's how it is. Yes, we're building a new dock apparently. Yes, what's their point to doing this again? With all the fields? No. I really like that effect when in harvest, when we can see them all going about with this stuff. How much? Is it 20,000? Yes, quite significant. We are one farm away from well, not starvation, but from importing a bit. Is what we are. If one farm burns down, then we start to eat away at the buffer, and if all farms that currently are operational, which is all of them, pretty much, yes. One field maybe or two that isn't sunflower, or that isn't the field, whatever. Yes, then we're producing a surplus, a slight surplus every year. Yes, we could stand to the point of this again. What was that? Pumping oil out here. What are you going to do with this oil? The railroad is all the way over there. It's really inconvenient place for anything. Really inconvenient place for anything. Although we could. Don't even think about it. But still, we could come off here. You know that you're now introducing new stuff into proven infrastructure solutions that has been proven to work for many years, extended time frames, and so on. And by doing this, you're sort of invalidating, well, maybe not completely validating, but sort of messing with, yes, screw it, that's it. Yes, that's it. That's a crutch. Because this was not very, dense. It never is. It is very rarely dense in information here. It is spread out and so on. But this I felt was even more lacking in direction and purpose than what is irregular, and then we're in trouble. Yes. What the hell? Yes, then end it then. Yes, end it. You see, that's all of the towns that we have. That's a lot. Towns. That's all of the names of places where either infrastructure exists or has been built at some point. Please don't burn down again. Yes, and if you wouldn't have burned down, that would have continued. Everything would have continued. Except for, you never went to Sayov. Your hospital always manages to... No, apparently not. This time. Okay. Lucky you. Or unlucky you, because it means it will happen when we're not around, maybe. Will happen. Quite likely. Yes, it will. Friends, it is the 22nd of May of 2159. It is well into the future. It is not going to get any better than this. Forest, it can get a whole lot louder though if we get to lower the volume after having done the thing. But there's nothing wrong with that. There we go. Good. Need workers. 2,500 tons of wood in the forest. We should do some tree planting. Why not? Whilst we're around. By the way, is this is that working? Didn't I set up? Yes, I did set up a tree wood importing thing. Well, it isn't needed right now, but I think yes, if it's the same as the crops. If it drops below 30%, they will get. We will import a bit of wood. But as long as one is around to do this, go with something different than beech, pine. Beech is a tried and true concept here. Come on. Is this enough? Yes, this is about enough. That's about enough. Okay. Stop then. I'm about to. Okay, that's enough. Maybe about 5% of that was useful or so. Yeah, thereabouts. Yes, you know, you already did the thing. Yes, it's hard to say goodbye. I have to say goodbye to this place now. It's time to rip the band-aid. Damn it. La, da, da.